Now we're live. Well, good. Hey, everybody. This is Sterling Anderson with the Sterling Report. We are live here on the Grant Cardone Network. I actually have Salvatore. Say your last name for me again, sir.
Friscia, Salvatore Friscia.
Friscia with SDP Premier Property Management in San Diego, California. So we are very happy to have you here talking all things property management today. So I'm definitely glad we got through the kinks and everything earlier, man. So I appreciate you for being on.
Absolutely. I know we worked hard to get this together, and I appreciate your efforts. Before we even get started, I just want to congratulate you on your success with the Sterling Report. The platform that you're on with the Grant Cardone Network, just aces. I've had an opportunity to take a look at your previous episodes, and they were just incredible. I like how you're just not sitting behind a desk. You're actually at the properties, you're walking the properties, and you're just spitting gold regarding wholesale deals and fix and flip deals. That's it, man. That's it. That's the way to go with it. That is definitely the way to go with it, man. So I definitely appreciate that. Thank you. It's been truly a blast, making everything happen. So it's been good. All right, there we go. All right, I'm back. All right, cool. That'll work. Good deal. All right. Okay. Well, we'll get into it. I know that you have the property management company out there, one of the most innovative property management companies there in San Diego. Tell us a little bit more about what you have going on there. Absolutely. Well, as I mentioned earlier, I'm Salvatore Friscia. I'm the owner and managing broker of San Diego Premier Property Management. We specialize in managing single-family homes, condominiums, townhouses, and apartment complexes in Metro San Diego. So as of right now, we've got about 30 million in shared assets under management. We are a full-service residential property management company, and basically what that means is we handle not only the property management side, but we also handle all the way through the brokerage side for the exit strategy of our clients. Awesome, man. That's very good. How long have you been in business, or how did you get your start in property management? Oh, man. I got started in property management completely by chance. Back in 2002, I was a real estate agent working for Prudential Real Estate in San Diego, and I was approached by two other real estate agents in the office. They knew that I predominantly worked with investor clients, and they wanted to know if I'd be interested in starting a management company with them. So, I had never managed property professionally for anybody at that time, but, it seemed interesting. Seemed like something that, if not anything, I would get a great education from. So I agreed, and the three of us, my two partners and myself, we went on and we created a management company that was really successful. We got a lot of accounts very quickly. We were very profitable, and so profitable that 2 years later, we actually sold that company to a couple of Keller Williams agents. And then I went back to just being a real estate agent. But now, Sterling, I don't know if you remember, 2004, man, that was the height of the real estate bubble. Everything, especially here in Southern California, it was frothy. Everybody knew that something was going to happen. They just didn't know how bad it was going to be. Right. The whispers were in the air. And as a real estate agent at the time, I was worried. That was my only source of income was, real estate sales, deals. So, taking the information and the knowledge that I learned from the previous management company, I thought, hey, maybe I'd start my own management company. It would be a good opportunity for me to kind of hedge myself and stay within real estate and go in a different direction. And, I discussed it with my wife, and we determined that with a few choice clients and a $500 investment, our own capital, that we would start San Diego Premier Property Management. And that was well over a decade ago, 12 years to be exact. That is so awesome, man. It's so awesome when you just take that whole entrepreneurial spirit, man, and really push it out there. So definitely congrats on launching the business. I love that. That is so awesome. That's good. So really, as an investor, you really truly understand the property management side of the business, which is truly good. Is it just you, or is it a family run operation you got? Absolutely. Well, we are family owned and operated. My wife Elizabeth and I run the everyday operations of the management company. We obviously have staff, we have maintenance department, that handle all the ins and outs. But as far as the direction of the company, the marketing, the footprint within the community, that's all us, and we're proud of that. Being family owned and operated, we bring a unique approach to the management. Now, myself personally, I think you touched on it earlier. I look at it from a business investor standpoint. A lot of management companies are run by real estate brokers, and they're looking at it from just a broker, standpoint. Being an investor previously, I understand what it takes, to make a property, profitable, to increase revenue, to decrease expenses. So I take a different approach, and I think that's been a staple for our success.
That's awesome, man. Awesome. Good, good, good. How is the rental market out there? I know you guys are doing both single family and multifamily. How is the rental market with both out there?
Man, I'll tell you right now, Sterling, we are spoiled. The rental market is strong in San Diego. And I think a couple of times you'll hear Grant talk about that when he talks about, he used to live in San Diego. He had property in San Diego. We're operating at about a 3 to 3.5% vacancy rate. So, our market is very strong in terms of occupancy, but it's a much different market than probably anywhere else, especially in the Midwest. I know you operate a lot of stuff. You do a lot of your real estate dealings in the Midwest. Our entry-level property in San Diego is going to be $500,000. So, wow. You're looking at from an investor standpoint, the cash flow aspect, which, I always advise is the most important part of investing in a property. Here in San Diego, that's difficult. And a lot of people, they don't understand that. They look at, net gains and capital gains on a property. And you've got to take that into consideration. So our entry-level property is about $500,000. The market's really tight. The good news is vacancies are hovering right around 3 to 4%. So good news for me, a little concerning for the average investor out there.
Sure, absolutely. And that was my next thing, was talking about the vacancy rates as well, man. So you did touch on that. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had a couple questions. I know there are a lot of people out there that are interested in, doing property management, getting into property management. Can you touch on, some of the ways that they may be able to get started, maybe some systems that they could use? I know one person threw out Yardi that was pretty popular when it comes to property management. Just what can they do to get into that? Is there licensing involved as well?
Absolutely. That's a great question. So here in Southern California, in San Diego, you need to be a licensed broker in order to manage other people's property. So that is one hurdle that, it is a barrier of entry into the industry. But, there's no shortage of licensed brokers in California. So if somebody wanted to get into property management, when we first started talking, I made the comment that property management is kind of the ugly cousin of the family. Nobody really wants to talk about it. And it's true, for a long time, property management had the stigma associated with it, where if you're a property manager, all you're doing is, fixing toilets. And that's come a long way. It's come a long way. People realize now that it is a lucrative business. It can be very, you can create a profit center that has monthly income cash flow, and it is something that's becoming more attractive. Now, with that said, back in 2011, I had the opportunity to become an Amazon best-selling author. And I co-authored a book called The Next Big Thing, Top Trends from Today's Leading Experts on How to Dominate the Economy. And in that book, I wrote a chapter on property management and how I took my company to differentiate myself from all the other companies and made us one of the pillars in the community here in San Diego. And I touched base on three things. I touched base on the 3 M's of property management, I called it. And that was marketing, maintenance, and money. So to kind of answer your question there on what somebody needs to do, we looked at the things that were holding us back when we first started, and marketing. At the time, we put aside all written advertisement. We went right into social media. We did our lead pages, we did our capture pages, our landing pages. We went into utilizing what was hot out there in social media. So not just your average putting up a post here once in a while, but just like we're doing right now. We're broadcasting on Google Hangouts. I've got Periscope running. We're putting out content. So getting involved in pushing out content, getting properties saturated so that people can see what's available. Marketing was important. Maintenance. Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Maintenance. Most property management companies, man, they are saddled with maintenance calls. Every all day long, the calls are coming in. My toilet's broken. My sink doesn't work. Refrigerator stopped working. When we first started, I did something that was kind of crazy. I actually implemented systems to stop the phone from ringing. Now, I know that most businesses are like, hey, man, that's crazy. We pay a lot of money to make the phone ring. For us, we realized that it wasn't, owners calling us looking for management. It was the tenants calling, and that was taking up a lot of our time. It was absorbing a lot of our, efforts and a lot of our time to do things. So I implemented a system where all of our maintenance calls would come through. All of our maintenance would come through on our website. It'd be all automated. It allowed us to control it better, allowed us to document it better, and it really smoothed things out for us going forward. And then the last thing would be definitely money. in any business you're in, you want to get paid. You want to get paid fast. So for us, it was no different. We implemented online payments for our tenants so that they can use their debit card or their credit card. They can, boost up their frequent flyer miles, whatever they choose. Any way possible to get us to get paid faster was important, so we implemented that. And then on the flip side, we also implemented direct deposit for our clients so that we can get them their money faster. And on one day of each month, they know that their money is going to be in their financial institution, their rental proceeds. So, we go back to it. It's marketing, maintenance, and money. The three things I think anybody looking to get into property management should, definitely focus on in building their property management company.
That is awesome. And it's so important and I'll talk a lot about that too when it even comes to real estate and just having systems. Systems are so key and very important in business to make sure that you do have those to be able to run your business more efficiently. I will say that too about property management. That's kind of always what I've thought is it's like the hassle of property management. That's always what comes into my mind about it. I like how you put it. As far as how you run your operations, so that kind of changes my perception on property management a bit. I think that's kind of what stopped me from kind of going that way in business. But I like how you put that, and it makes tremendous sense how you did.
Sure. We like to say we're not your father's property management company. We understand that any business you get into, especially property management, it could be boring, it could be stressful, it could be whatever you make it. But we make it exciting. We incorporate not only the property management, but we also bring ideas, we bring opportunities to our clients. We understand how to systemize things to make it so that it runs smoothly. And we like to tell our clients, hey, we'll deal with the property, you just worry about cashing checks.
That's awesome. That is good. That's good. Which leads me to the next thing. What's been the key to your business's success, and where do you see you guys going in the future?
Oh man, the key to my business success, honestly, is just the level of expertise that I can bring to my clients and the personal touches that we do. We are family owned and operated. So, when we're dealing with a property, it's just not another number. It's not another address. We know the individual. We know why they have the property. We know what they want to do with the property, and we give them opportunities for an exit strategy that makes sense. That type of involvement with the client really has propelled us and differentiated us from the rest of the property managers in the area. We're a boutique company. We're not a company that was formed out of a hedge fund somewhere with 4,000 to 5,000 properties and everybody's a number and there's just no personal involvement. Being family owned and operated, we definitely understand what our clients are trying to achieve. And I've classified it to basically three types of clients that we have, three different groups. We have the accidental landlord, we have the diversifier, and then we have the real estate investor. And from my perspective, the accidental landlord is typically somebody who, they never thought they were going to be dealing with a property that needed management. Maybe they were relocated due to a job relocation, or maybe they inherited a property and now they've got this property and they don't know what to do with it. And they're a great candidate for us to come in. We can provide professional property management for them and allow them to not have any issues or any worries with that property and receive a cash flow on it. And then we've got the diversifier, another group of clients that we deal with. And those are typically people who, their whole life, maybe they're middle age or they're baby boomers, their whole life, they've been told diversify. Whether you believe in that or not, they've been told diversify. So they got a little bit of money in the stock market. Maybe they went out over the course of their lifetime. They bought one or two properties here in town and, they want to live life. They don't want to deal with it. So they're a great candidate for us to come in once again and provide professional property management for. And then, of course, my favorite clientele, because I'm an investor myself, is the real estate investor. And in my opinion, the real estate investor, the ones who give us the most grief about having property management, are the ones who need property management the most. Because as you know, your time is better spent looking for the wholesale deal, looking for the subject to deal, looking for, the bird dogs who are going to help you grow your portfolio. Your time's not spent, the best case spent, dealing with fixing properties or tenant issues. So real estate agents, need us so that we can manage their properties, allow them to grow their portfolio and not worry about the back end, but keep that front end engine running, filling up the portfolio.
That is awesome, Salvatore. You have me motivated to now get into property management. That is so great. That's great. Good. I know there's always a lot of talk about the millennials, and like some of the things that they're looking for, now in the upgrades and the style of house or the partner, things like that. You guys kind of cater to that too. They're kind of on a whole different level of what keeps them, attracted to a property.
Yeah, sure. Well, millennials, absolutely. Millennials are definitely a segment that we deal with because, we understand, for one, that a lot of people right now, even in San Diego, with the cost of buying a single family home, it's expensive. And we understand that. So a lot of people are choosing to rent. Now, we're fortunate here in San Diego. We're, a forward-thinking city. We've got a lot of new development. So a lot of the new downtown stuff that's coming on the market, man, it's prime. It's beautiful. You've got everything you want to look for. It's kind of like how Miami is out there. You've got, all the updates throughout. It's like a resort in each one of those downtown buildings. The amenities are incredible. And millennials are looking for that. They don't want to be tied down. They don't want to be saddled right now with the realities of a mortgage and those type of things. So we definitely, deal with our clients who have own properties in these buildings, and we market directly to the millennials because we know that that's definitely a big portion of our clientele on the renter side.
Awesome. That's great. It's always, it seems like what you have is just really a well-rounded company that is just really solution driven, man. So I love hearing that. It really sounds like you guys have some amazing and great things going on there.
Absolutely. It's a challenge every day, but it's something that we look forward to. And the industry is always evolving. You got Airbnb, which is trying to get into the property management side, or at least I think they will be shortly. We've got companies like Pillow that are trying to get into the area. So, if you're not on top of your game, if you're not moving and evolving and staying up to date on what's happening, in technology, we like to say we're San Diego's most innovative residential property management company. That's because we always have our ear, to figure out what's going on. Where's the new opportunity to put out content? Where's the new opportunity for us to market, to show somebody who has a portfolio that we're the company that can represent them and get them the type of results, because it's all about return on investment, right?
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go. And that's good. And it's so very important to make sure that you're standing out from the other companies. It looks like you guys are doing that quite well. And just saying, okay, how do we set ourselves apart from other property management companies that are out there? And you guys are really being solution driven. There's definitely some success there in making that happen. So that's awesome, man. Great work on that. For sure. Good. Kind of my last thing here, and then we'll wrap up. Property management it can definitely be a great industry. It can be a great business model. You're an investor yourself, so both sides of the business. Do you kind of prefer one over the other, or is it just kind of like everything all in and property management and investing? How are you on both sides of the fence there?
Well, that's a great question. For me personally, property management is the engine that allows me to do the other things that I do. So, I am definitely partial to the property management side. When I first started, there was something about it that when most people were running the other direction, I actually ran towards it. I was told that, hey, I did a great job. They liked my approach, being an investor myself. So yes, I love the property management side. But as far as what else, I'm also, as I mentioned, an Amazon best-selling author and an entrepreneur. I've got 2 other businesses, and I also have another business that we're negotiating right now to purchase a nationwide cleaning company, which is going to tie in very nicely to the property management. So to answer your question, property management, definitely is the engine that makes things happen. Very entrepreneurial. Business and systems make sense in anything you're doing, and definitely needed.
Good. Awesome. And I had a little method to my madness in asking that, because I really wanted to show people that you really have to have a passion for your business.
Absolutely.
To get up and love what you do every day.
Absolutely.
You answered that perfect, man. And that just shows people, if you guys see how awesome he is in his business, how he speaks about his business, his passion in his business, and that his property management company sets the tone for everything else. You got to love that. So that's perfect, man. That's awesome. Good.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. And I echo those sentiments. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. Where can people find you, and where can people get a hold of you? Your website, contact info?
Absolutely. So sdpmanagement.com. And actually right now I put together a fantastic 27-page ebook that I'd like to just let everybody know it's being offered for free right now on my website. It's a 27-page ebook on how to avoid bad tenants. I mean, it's in your face, cutthroat, great information. letting you know the things that we do here to avoid the headaches and the hassles of making that mistake and getting a bad tenant. So it's on the website, sdpmanagement.com, and it's being offered for free.
Awesome, Salvatore. Thank you so much for being on. We certainly appreciate you, man. You guys continue to stay tuned to the Sterling Report. We have some great interviews coming up for you here on the Grant Cardone Network. Make sure you stay tuned to grantcardonetv.com/the Sterling Report for all the latest and greatest information in the real estate industry. Salvatore, thanks so much for being on, man. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks, Sterling. Thanks so much. You have a great day. I appreciate it. A lot of fun.
Sounds good, man. I'll talk to you soon.
You got it. Bye-bye now.
Take care.